So there are three main ways to earn hotel points. One is through credit cards, the other way is through travel, and that's actually staying in hotels. And the third option, which is totally underrated, is buying hotel points. You can potentially save hundreds of dollars or sometimes even thousands of dollars by buying hotel points and redeeming them for a hotel stay versus actually paying the cash rate. In this video, I'm gonna go over buying Hilton points and whether it's worth it or not. My name is Max and I help people maximize their airline miles, hotel points, and credit card points. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and let's get started. So when it comes to buying any sort of hotel points or even airline miles, it all comes down to the math. A hotel will charge you a cash price for the hotel, and they'll charge you a points price for the hotel. And if you can buy the points to book the same exact hotel for less than the cash price, then it's worth it to buy points to redeem for the hotel stay. Therefore, saving you a bunch of money on your hotel stay by just buying points and redeeming that for your hotel stay versus actually just paying the regular cash rate. And so the key thing here is that the math has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then there's no point in buying points and paying more for the points than the actual cash rate. So it all comes down to the math. Typically, buying points on any regular day is not worth it, but oftentimes hotel points goes on sale. And when they go on sale, that's where the deals can get much, much better. Oftentimes Hilton points are on sale and you get a 50% bonus or sometimes 80% bonus or sometimes even 100% bonus when you buy Hilton points. And by 100% bonus, that means that if I purchase 100,000 Hilton points, I get an extra 100,000 Hilton points as a bonus. So a total of 200,000 Hilton points for $1,000. So if you do the math there, that's about half a cent per point. Hilton allows you to purchase up to 240,000 Hilton points a year, and that's excluding the bonus. So like right now with the 100% bonus, I can buy 240,000 Hilton points, get the 100% bonus, and so that's an additional 240,000 Hilton points. So that's 480 Hilton points that I could potentially have in my Hilton account to redeem for Hilton hotel stays. Something important to remember when it comes to buying any sort of points is that transaction often doesn't categorize as travel. Since points.com manages a lot of these airline and hotel points program, they process the points purchases, and points.com doesn't code as travel, typically code as a miscellaneous category. So that's where using a credit card like the Capital One Venture X that earns 2 times points on everything would be the ideal choice to purchase these points because you earn 2 times points on your purchase. So choose your card wisely when it comes to purchasing points. So that's just the basics of purchasing points. Now let's go through some examples on when it makes sense to purchase points and when it doesn't make sense to purchase points. Let's hop over to my computer and I'll show you some examples. So I want to show you some practical examples on when it makes sense to buy points or when it doesn't make sense to buy points. What we want to primarily focus on are really aspirational redemptions because that will give you the most value when it comes to buying Hilton points. For example, let's do a domestic example. And so let's do Park City, like prime time, like skiing season. And so let's do January 8 to 9, for example. As just a quick example, I'm gonna click on my dates are flexible, click on done and hit find hotels. There's some bunch of different options here. And what we're gonna do is focus on aspirational redemption. So the Waldorf Astoria Park City here, we're gonna click on view available dates. So that opens another window and it gives you this handy award calendar that's super helpful. And so these are the cash rates. It's pretty expensive. $1,200, $1,100, $1,300 a night. This is $1,600 a night, $1,700 a night. And so it's pretty expensive to stay here during peak winter season. So over here on the price comparison, this will be helpful in determining whether it makes sense to purchase points or just to pay the cash rate. Let's say on average, the price here is $1,200 a night. I already have that inputted here. And let's do 5 nights. And so Hilton has a 5th night free benefit where if you book with points, for 4 nights, you get the 5th night free. But let's go click on use points and money. And this will switch the award calendar to the points award calendar. And so the points award calendar here shows that in January 2025 here, almost every day there's standard rooms available for 110,000 Hilton points. And so over here on my spreadsheet, I have 110,000 Hilton points. And since we have the 5th night free, it's only going to cost us 440,000 Hilton points total only. Well, that's kind of a lot of Hilton points. And what I mentioned earlier in this video, you can buy Hilton points at 100% bonus at half a cent per point. And so the total cost to purchase points in this case is $2,200. If you paid cash for the hotel stay, it will be $6,000 or more. So in this case, it makes sense to purchase Hilton points for this stay. If we take another look example here, let's go back to Park City and let's do like the DoubleTree by Hilton Park City, for example. So looking at the nightly rate here in January, it's around like 330, 304, 374. Let's say on average, it's like $340. And we're gonna stay 5 nights as well, and so total cash cost of $1,700. Let's switch this over to points. Points wise for standard room is 65,000 points. So I'm gonna change this to 65,000 points. And so total cost of 5 nights with the 5th night free benefits, 260,000 Hilton points at half a cent per point. If I do the price comparison, I paid cash for the hotel, it's $1,700. If I purchase the points, it's $1,300. And so you're still saving $400 on your hotel stay, which is not bad at all. You're still saving some money here. It's not as extravagant as if you're staying at the Waldorf Astoria, but you are still saving money. Let's take another look at example of some other hotels that are international. And so a popular one, like a lot of people like to do, is the Maldives. And so let's change this to the Maldives. Let's do the Conrad Maldives. This is around $1,600 per night. And points wise, it's 120,000 points for a standard room per night. And so points price, 120,000. And so for 5 nights, it's 480,000 Hilton points at a half cent per point. If I purchase the points, it's going to cost me $2,400 for the Hilton stay. If I paid straight up cash for the stay, it would be over $8,000. So in this case, I'm saving over $4,600 on my stay by purchasing Hilton points versus just paying the cash rate for the Hilton stay. So let's take a look at another example. Let's do Cabo. The Waldorf Astoria Cabo is a pretty popular one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a random date in July here. Click on My Dates Are Flexible. I like to pick just one night so that it shows me the entire calendar and shows me each individual date and how many points in it costs for each individual date. Click on Done and hit Find Hotel. So the Waldorf Astoria Los Cabos is one of the popular ones. Hit Select Dates. So as you can see here, it's around like $1,000 a night, $1,100 a night, $1,200 a night. And so let's say on average, it's probably around like $1,100 a night. 5 night total, it's gonna cost $5,500 per night. Points price, let's switch this over to points. And it's 120,000 points for a standard room per night. And so 120,000, so same 480,000 Hilton points at a half cent per point. It's $2,400 to purchase the points. If I paid cash straight up for the hotel, it would be $5,500. So saving a good chunk of money here as well by just purchasing points instead of just paying straight up for the hotel. So a lot of these aspirational redemptions are really good value when it comes to purchasing points. If you just look at it like a standard redemption, like San Diego, for example, and I'm gonna pick a random date here in July. Again, my dates are flexible, hit Done, hit Find Hotel. Say I do like this DoubleTree Hilton here and click on Select Dates. And so depending on the nights that you pick, it might be kind of expensive, it might be kind of cheap. And so like for these cheaper nights here, let's do like, this is around like 162, 171, 249. Let's say it's like, I don't know, $220 per night. And I switch this over to points and it's 46, 48, 60,000 points a night. Let's say it's 60,000 points per night. And so 240,000 points required at a half cent per point. It's gonna cost us $1,200 for the entire stay if I purchase the points. But if I paid cash, it's $1,100. So in that case, it makes more sense to just pay cash versus just purchasing points. So purchasing points with 100% bonus is not always the best option. You just kind of have to do the math, do this price comparison, and then you can kind of determine whether it makes sense, whether the math makes sense to purchase points or not. If you're interested in purchasing Hilton points at all, I'll drop my affiliate link down below and you can go check that out. I earn a tiny commission whenever you use that link and it helps support my work. And so that's the overall strategy when it comes to purchasing points and whether it makes sense or not to purchase points. And you can apply the same strategy when it comes to Marriott, IHG, Hyatt points, or sometimes even airline miles as well. So that's all I have for you in this video. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll see you guys in the next one.